What's up, guys? It's Austin from Yu-Gi-Oh! Theory, and today I have another episode of Player Pass for you guys. This is a series I started not too long ago, to where we look at a deck that just came out or a deck that's going to come out, and I make an opinion. I read all the effects and show you all the cards, and then at the end I make an opinion on whether you should play this deck or maybe if you should just spend your money on something else. I account like the effects overall, how much it'll probably be, and just the overall relevance of the deck that is coming out or has already come out. So let's get started. Okay, this episode is going to be on the new Jack Knights that are coming out. First, for the Jack Knight cards, we have Jack Knight of Green Heights. Uh, First off, with the card art looks really cool. The silver armor looks pretty cool. And let's go to the card stats and its effect. First off, it's a level 6 psychic effect, 2100 attack, 1600 defense, and its effect reads as follows. If 2 or more cards are in the same column, you can special summon this card from your hand to that column. You can only special summon Jack Knight of the Green Heights once per turn. This way, when this card declares an attack on an opponent's monster in the same column, you can target one Jack Knight monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. First off, that's a pretty good effect. I don't know if it's going to be run as a 3 of, but definitely as a 2 of. To recycle your Jack Knight cards, that sounds pretty good. The weird thing about this deck is level 6 is the lowest level it has. They're all level 6 and higher monsters, but so you might need to add in some normal summon cards just to add actual playability and consistency, so you don't just clog with big monsters all the time. But that's pretty much the only thought I have about that as a whole, that they're all high level. But yeah, that's it for Jack Knight of Green Heights. Okay, so next we have Jack Knight of Flickering Flame. His artwork looks pretty cool too. He's just jumping up or something. They all kind of have that silverish armor look. I kind of like the last one better though. But let's just get right to the effect. So it's level 6, just like the last Jack Knight. It's psychic effect, 800 attack, 3000 defense. It's a lot for a level 6 card, so it's a really good wall. And its effect reads as follows. I'm pretty sure this first effect is the same for all of them. If I come across a card that's different, I'll just mention that. But anyway, this is what it does. If 2 or more cards are in the same column, you can special summon this card from your hand to that column. You can only special summon Jack Knight of the Flickering Flame once per turn this way. If an opponent's card in this card's column is destroyed by battle or leaves the field, you can special summon one Jack Knight monster from your hand. So that's really good just for speeding up your plays. And I think, yeah, you can just do that during the battle phase, but if this attacks something with its 800 attack, or if anything attacks something, I guess. I guess it's just this column. So I guess if something gets destroyed by this, it just happens to get destroyed by this, you can always just special summon something out of your hand, which kind of helps, but still probably just a 2 of card, just because it's not likely this is going to be attacking over much, but still, maybe. It might surprise me. Next we have Jack Knight of Crimson Lotus. They all have a theme of having to do with color. As you can see, it's red with the silver, so it's pretty cool looking as well. And let's get right into the effect. Okay, so it's a level 7, so it can be used with Swords of the 7 Stars. I think that's what it's called. It's a psychic like all the other ones. Effect, 2300 attack, 2600 defense. So pretty good defense, decent attack. It's okay for level 7. The first effect is the same, so let's go to the second effect. You can banish one Jack Knight monster from your graveyard, then target one face-up monster on the field in this card's column, destroy it. That's pretty good. That's actually better than the other ones that I've read so far, and it's level 7, so it probably has some more utility with different cards. And level 7 overlays are decent. 6, not so much, not that I really know of. But yeah, this could be pretty good as like a 2 or maybe even a 3 of, since it is a destroying card, because they don't really have anything else like that. So Crimson Lotus seems pretty good. Next we have Jack Knight of Yellow Bloom. Yellow Bloom looks pretty cool. It's like a bird or something like that, or like a flying person. But yeah, it looks pretty cool, so let's just get into the effect real quick. So Yellow Bloom is a level 7 psychic effect. I'm kind of going in order of level just to talk about the least level ones to the high. But it's a 2800 defense, 22 attack, so pretty decent stats actually. Pretty good for level 7 at least. Kind of wish the attack was higher, but in the defense was lower, but what can you do? The first effect is the same, Second effect, once per turn, you can banish one Jack Knight monster from your graveyard, then target one spell or trap card on the field, and this card's column, destroy it. So it's sort of just like the spell and trap popping version of the other one. Like I said, it might be played in 3 or 2. It seems pretty good, like a pretty solid card, decent defense. The last one had pretty good defense too. Kind of restrictive, you can only pop in your column. So, by the way, this deck relies on columns a lot, if you haven't already realized. But yeah, I feel like it could be pretty good. Next we have Jack Knight of the Azure Blue. I guess that's how you say that. I'm not really sure. But it's probably the coolest looking one. It looks like it's balancing in the middle of a blade or something. I don't know. I like its artwork a lot though. Let's just get into the effect. Okay, so it's level 8. So you can use this with um, trade in and other level 8 support because there's a good decent amount of level 8 support. It's psychic effect, 24 attack, 24 defense. At least it's even, so you can be comfortable putting it in attack or defense. The first effect is the same. Then the second effect reads as follows, and it's actually a quick effect, so that's good. Once per turn, quick effect, you can target one Jack Knight monster you control, move that monster you control to another of your main monster zones. So this seems like it'd probably be the best, so you can leave that column open to special summon another one. So what you could do is special summon this one first, and you have another one in your hand. Well, the column you just special summoned it in probably still has 2 cards, unless a bunch changed since you special summoned it. So you can just re-special summon another one. So this is probably the best card I've read so far, and it's very useful. This is probably definitely a 3 of. So you can get all your monsters out there pretty quick, and your 24/24 is decent. Get out an overlay maybe. Seems like it could be pretty good for that. Next we have Jack Knight of the Purple Dusk. It looks pretty cool too. It and the blue one, I think this one looks better, but just because it's kind of looks like a sorceress or something. But yeah, let's just get into the effect. So it's a level 8, just like the blue one. It's a psychic effect. It has the same stats of Dark Magician. It actually kind of reminds me of Dark Magician, so that's pretty weird. Unless Dark Magician has 1500 defense. I'm not really sure. I don't play Dark Magician. And I didn't, and it's been a long time since I've seen the anime, so very long time. But anyway, let's go with the effect. It's a quick effect, so that's nice. You can target one Jack Knight monster you control, banish it until the standby phase of the next turn, and if you do, add one Jack Knight monster from your deck to your hand, except Jack Knight of the Purple Dusk. You can only use this effect of Jack Knight of the Purple Dusk once per turn. So it's a searcher, so that's pretty nice actually. Level 8, use it with trade in. So this deck is bringing itself up sort of here in the end. The first few cards were sort of mediocre. These cards have actually gotten a lot better since they've gotten higher in level. The first effect is the same as all the other Jack Knights, and all around this is just a pretty cool card too. So next we have Jack Knight of the World Scars. It's their Link monster. It's a Link 3. Its artwork is really cool looking actually. It's like all of them together sort of. So let's get right into the stats and the effect. So it's a Link 3, like I already said. It's a Cybers monster, 3000 attack, so that's pretty good. Only you need 2 plus Jack Knight monsters. So at least 2 of the things need to be a Jack Knight, so that means you have wiggle room to play other things. So while there are no other cards in the same column as this card, it can attack directly. If this card is in the extra monster zone, does not point to a monster, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. You can send one other card you control in this card's column to the graveyard. Special summon one Jack Knight monster from your deck in defense position. You can only use this effect of Jack Knight of the World Scars once per turn. So let's start out with the first effect, where you can attack directly if there's nothing in the same column. Is there ever going to be anything in the same column as a Link monster if it's in the main monster zone? Because if I'm not mistaken, there's nothing in that column, so it can just always attack directly. But I'm not exactly sure. I'm trying to picture the board in my head, and I play with a playmat that doesn't have zones, so it's kind of hard for me to picture. But I don't think there's anything in another zone or in another column of a Link monster. It just has its own column by itself. So that means it can like almost always attack directly, I'm guessing. And the effect where it cannot be targeted, that's like really good because with the blue one you can just move it, and then you can just special summon one even if you do get something there. That's really good too. The Link monster just seems like the best thing in the entire deck. actually. The Link Monster seems absolutely fabulous. Wow. So that's it for the Jack Knight cards. There's only 7 of them, I believe, and there's no traps and spells that I know of. But off of what I can see, you can probably just run a bunch of draw cards for the spells, and traps are kind of just up to you, whatever you feel like playing. Other monsters you'd probably want to run, or maybe like some good normal summons, just because there's not really anything. Well, you can't really normal summon anything. So maybe play some stuff that can help you out with your link summoning. That's a good normal summon, or something. You know what I'm saying? Just to fill up that normal summon gap that this deck doesn't have, or does have, since it's a gap that it has. But you get what I mean now. But still, that could really help. If you just play this with the right cards, it could be good. But overall, I think this could be something you could invest in. Like, because from what I can see, it probably wouldn't cost you very much money, because they're probably not gonna, they're probably gonna be pretty low rare. Besides maybe the Link monster, maybe like one other of the monsters. So it probably is pretty affordable. So I don't see it being competitive or anything. But if you just want to have some fun with your friends, it's definitely something worth picking up. If it's not too much, like $20, $30 for the main deck, it'd be something fun to play. And honestly, I'm kind of interested in it myself, so I might play with it. I might not. You never know. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you enjoy these types of videos, please like, subscribe. Any decks you want me to do, I'm open to doing all kinds of decks. I'm not really that particular. I mean, I picked this random deck that's not even, it's sort of good, but it's not like super good. So, but anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Don't forget about my Ghost Hugger giveaway. You can go check that out in the videos. It's like the 4th or 5th one for the top. But anyway, catch you guys next time. Peace.